A training and development system exists within a larger system, the organization. To provide value, training and development must be aligned with the other aspects of the organization, especially its strategy. In this video, we are going to review the process of ensuring that the training and development system provides value for both learners and the organization. The process involves 4 basic steps. The first step is to identify the organization's business strategy, or if one doesn't exist, work with key stakeholders to create one. A business strategy is created using information from 4 different factors. 1, the organization's mission or its purpose, the reason it exists, the reason everyone is working together. 2, the organization's goals, or the specific outcomes that it is trying to achieve in order to fulfill its mission. 3, the results of a SWOT analysis, which is the process of assessing an organization's strengths and weaknesses, as well as the opportunities and threats that exist in its external environment. And 4, an evaluation of multiple strategies, their pros and their cons. When we rely on the information from these 4 factors, we can create a business strategy that makes sense for the organization, one that can be adjusted as needed. The next step of strategic training and development is to identify training initiatives that align with and support the business strategy. These initiatives will guide the activities of the training and development function. Some examples of these initiatives are shown here. A company might choose to offer a greater variety of training programs or open up training programs to more employees or create brand new training programs for a larger number of people. It might also be interested in providing non-traditional training opportunities like just-in-time learning options. Other companies might want to invest in knowledge management and find new ways of collecting and sharing information across the organization. Still others might choose to focus on the learning culture and do more to ensure the organization and the work environment supports both learning and transfer of training. Some companies might choose 1 or 2 of these initiatives, while other companies may focus on these and more. It just depends on the organization. Some of the questions that we might ask when determining these initiatives are: what competencies are critical for success? What types of training will help us not only develop employees, but also attract and retain them? And finally, to what extent do top leaders support training? These and other questions can help us gather the necessary information to choose the initiatives that make the most sense for our situation. The third step is to transform the training initiatives from the previous step into specific actionable items or activities for the training and development staff. These activities are unique to the organization and might include examples that are similar to the ones shown here. A company might implement some kind of new technology to deliver instruction or to increase the efficiency of the training and development process. It may identify a specific group of employees and create customized training for them. It might choose to streamline the development or evaluation process to reduce costs and increase the return it gets on its investment. It might also ramp up the development of new programs or expand existing curricula for everyone. As a training and development specialist, you will work with other stakeholders to identify the activities that are best for your organization. The fourth and final step of strategic training and development involves measurement. First, we have to identify the outcomes of the training activities we identified in the previous step. Obviously, we want these outcomes to not only be related to the activities, but also to the training initiatives and the business strategy. To evaluate these outcomes, there are a variety of different metrics that we can use. One example is called a balanced scorecard. You will learn more about this tool in another video. Once we identify outcomes and appropriate metrics, we can assess the value of the activities and initiatives we chose earlier. If the balanced scorecard, for instance, shows that we met our objectives, then those activities, those initiatives must have worked in that situation at that time. If not, we may need to go back to the drawing board and identify new initiatives, new activities, and new outcomes and new metrics. On the final slide in this lecture, I want to show you what the big picture looks like, how all of this information fits together. All of the components of this pyramid must be aligned for optimal performance. At the top of the pyramid, we have the organization's mission or its purpose. Then we have its values or the principles that represent the organization's beliefs, culture, norms. Then we have its vision, which represents what the organization looks like in the ideal future. Its strategy and a strategy map with its specific objectives can then be created. Then we have the balanced scorecard, which aligns the strategy with the specific initiatives and activities that the organization is going to undertake. From there, we have the department level and individual level measures, targets, initiatives, and activities that will help realize the strategy. At the very bottom of the pyramid, we have the strategic management system, which includes processes like budgeting and compensation. The goal of any business is to align these different factors so that the organization can reach its full potential. The process is easier said than done, but the companies that can typically outperform their competitors. So that's the good news.